this project if they move forward. There have been a lot of oppositions to condemnations throughout the city, and these court cases were not successful. But that's because they were primarily based on blight and public use. Ours will be successful. And the reason for that is that the entire process that has been applied in this particular case has been contrary to the law. It's an absolute violation of the eminent domain procedure law, the Constitution, and every other basic fundamental right. But there's another reason, and that is that the project absolutely makes no sense. It is entirely speculative. There is no one standing by to build these mansions and to build hotels and convention centers. There is no user of this land, and it's absurd. Someone has to resort back to reality and think about what the city is attempting to do. They're attempting to throw out small business that employs people, that pay taxes, that are decent, basic, human New York City citizens. At the same time, if you read the paper, you see the city is attempting to reduce the pensions that they're paying to retired policemen and fire workers. They're attempting to obtain legislation in Albany to allow them to fire teachers who have seniority. They're attempting and are closing schools. This is absurd. Why doesn't someone wake up and say, what are you doing? You're going to put these taxpayers out of business, take their land, and then fight. Believe me, they're not going to be fair with the compensation they're going to offer. They're going to litigate every single penny. And then what are you going to have? Vacant land, because there are no users available. The entire project is speculative. It's in the dream of the mayor. Just like he dreamed of having the Olympics in 2012, just as he dreamed in extending the number 7 line so that the stadium could be built. It's an absolute nonsense. It's a fiction. And we need to get realistic about this. We need to stop taking private property from small people who don't have the opportunity to fight and turn it over to well-connected billionaires. It's wrong. Every piece of property in the city of New York is worth more as a Costco site, and it's got to stop. And there has to be legislation passed in Albany. There are some people who are saying this is wrong and it's got to stop, but we need more. We need more in the way of legislation to correct this, more in the way of legislation to say blight is this, not blight in the eyes of the beholder. It's impossible to get a court to review a blight study. They'll tell you it's legislative and they can't review it. Well, the Court of Appeals in the most recent case said it is for the legislature to change that. That's what has to happen. Thank you very much.